The Chicago Bulls. Remember when they were unstoppable in the 90s? 6 championships, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and a dynasty that seemed like it would last forever. But it seems like since then, the Bulls have been living under a dark cloud. Injuries, missed opportunities, and a series of almost but not quite seasons have left fans wondering if their team is cursed. This offseason, though, the Bulls have made some moves that could change their fate. Now, let's go into more detail on what's happening in the Windy City. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more NBA content. The Giddey and Caruso trade was like swapping your old reliable sedan for a shiny new sports car. Sure, you might miss the familiar comfort of Caruso's defense and hustle, but the potential upside with Giddey is tantalizing. Josh Giddey, the Aussie Wonder Kid, has been making waves since he entered the NBA. Standing at 6'8", he's a point guard with the size of a forward and the vision of a seasoned vet. His playmaking skills are off the charts, and he's already shown he can orchestrate an offense with flair. Caruso, on the other hand, was beloved in Chicago for his gritty defense and clutch plays. He's the kind of player who does the dirty work, diving for loose balls and pestering opponents. But let's be real, while Caruso's contributions are valuable, the Bulls needed a spark. Enter Giddey, who can not only handle the ball, but also create opportunities that can elevate his teammates' game. One of the most exciting aspects of this trade is the pressure it alleviates from Coby White. White, who's had to juggle between being a scorer and a playmaker, can now focus on lighting up the scoreboard. With Giddey setting the table, White can now do what he does best: score buckets. The potential for a dynamic backcourt duo is there, and it's going to be fascinating to see how they gel on the court. Critics might argue that Giddey's shooting is a work in progress. True, he's not Steph Curry from beyond the arc, but his shooting mechanics are solid, and he's only going to get better. Plus, his ability to penetrate and dish makes him a constant threat, forcing defenses to adjust and creating open looks for his teammates. In essence, this trade was a gamble, but sometimes you've got to roll the dice to win big. The Bulls are betting on Giddey's upside and hoping that his playmaking can unlock a new level for the team. If this works out, this could be the move that helps the Bulls shed that post-90s curse and start a new chapter of success. With Caruso heading out of town, there's a noticeable gap to fill on the bench, and all eyes are on Ayo Dosunmu. This third-year guard isn't just some random pick. He's got the chops to step up and make a difference. Dosunmu's 23-24 season had Bulls fans nodding in approval. He averaged 12 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, and was just shy of 1 steal per game, which isn't too shabby for a guy just getting his feet wet in the NBA. What makes Dosunmu exciting is his versatility. This guy can play both guard positions, and he does it with a kind of aura that makes you think, yeah, he's got this. He's got solid defensive skills, which is something the Bulls desperately need without Caruso's bulldog mentality. Ayo's not afraid to get in there and mix it up, and that's exactly what the Bulls need off the bench. Then there's his offensive game. Dosunmu has shown he can knock down shots when it matters, and his ability to drive to the basket adds another dimension to the Bulls' offense. His decision-making is improving, and let's face it, watching him dart around the court is just plain fun. There's a certain energy he brings that's infectious, and that can do wonders for team morale. What's really promising is Dosunmu's work ethic. The kid isn't resting on his laurels. He's been putting in the work this offseason, focusing on improving his shooting and ball handling skills. Reports from the Bulls training camp have been glowing, with coaches praising his dedication and growth. If he keeps this up, he's not just going to replace Caruso's role. He might even surpass it. And let's not forget his Chicago roots. Dosunmu is a local kid, which adds an extra layer of motivation. Playing for his hometown team means he's got that extra chip on his shoulder to prove himself. The fans love it, and he feeds off that energy. So, while losing Caruso stings a bit, having Dosunmu ready to step up makes the pill a lot easier to swallow. One of the most exciting developments for the Bulls this offseason has been the performance of Matas Buzelis in the Summer League. The 6'10" forward has been nothing short of impressive. He's shown off his scoring ability, versatility, and defensive skills. Buzelis is still young, but he looks like he could be a future star. Of course, Summer League performances don't always translate to the NBA, but Buzelis has given Bulls fans something to be excited about. If he can continue to improve and earn some minutes in the regular season, he could make a significant impact. Zach LaVine is the Bulls' star player, but his future with the team is uncertain. Trade rumors have been swirling, and there's been speculation about whether LaVine will stay in Chicago or be moved. LaVine is a dynamic scorer and has been the Bulls' go-to guy, but his presence can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, LaVine's scoring ability is crucial for the Bulls. He can put up points in a hurry and take over games. On the other hand, his sometimes questionable shot selection and lack of defensive intensity have raised concerns. If the Bulls do decide to trade LaVine, they need to get significant value in return. His future with the team is one of the biggest questions heading into the season. Another big question mark for the Bulls is Lonzo Ball. Ball has missed the past couple of seasons due to a knee injury, and his return date is still uncertain. When healthy, Ball is a fantastic playmaker and defender. He brings a lot to the table, but his injury history is a concern. If Ball can return to form and stay healthy, he could be a game changer for the Bulls. His ability to run the offense and play lockdown defense would be invaluable. However, that's a big if. The Bulls need to be prepared for the possibility that Ball might not be the same player he was before the injury. Also, if Giddey solidifies himself as the Bulls' floor general, will he and Ball be able to coexist effectively on the floor when he returns? Or will this just create the same dilemma that Giddey faced in OKC alongside SGA? So with all these changes and uncertainties, how will the Bulls fare this season? Predicting the exact number of wins is tricky, but let's give it a shot. If Giddey fits in perfectly, Dosunmu steps up, Buzelis continues to impress, LaVine stays and plays at an all-star level, and Ball returns healthy, then the Bulls could be a surprise team in the Eastern Conference. They have the talent to make a playoff run. Realistically, though, it's more likely they'll be fighting for a play-in spot. A lot will depend on health and how well the new pieces fit together. The Eastern Conference is tough, with teams like the Celtics, Pacers, and Knicks all looking strong. But if the Bulls can avoid the injury bug and find some chemistry, they could be a team to watch. The Bulls have had their fair share of bad luck over the years, but there's reason for optimism. The offseason moves they've made have the potential to pay off, and there are some exciting young players to keep an eye on. One thing's for sure. It's never boring being a Bulls fan. There will be ups and downs, moments of frustration, and moments of joy. But that's what makes the sports fun, right? Nonetheless, their fans will hope that this could be the year things finally turn around. So, buckle up, Bulls fans. It's going to be an interesting season. Will the Bulls break the curse and return to glory? Will they eventually be able to reciprocate the success Michael Jordan and company had in the 90s? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, we'll be watching every step of the way. Now, hit the comments below and tell us what you think about the Chicago Bulls' chances going forward. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll enjoy these two as well.